Hey guys, Dan here. Appreciate you swinging by. We have a few things to talk about. I keep telling people that I've I've got the best accessories. I'm so happy with it, and how could it possibly be improved? But then people keep sending me new stuff, and I've got these things to review, and we got to talk about this because it was never picked up, and we got to talk about how they work with this headset and what's so great about it. And there's so much to talk about, and it's gonna blow my mind. And you're watching Bringhurst VR. Because I spent going back to the Quest 1 and the Quest 2. I love the Vive Deluxe audio strap. You guys know this. I told you all about this. And once we got the Quest Pro, it was clear to me that there was no modifying it and adding that Vive Deluxe audio strap. And so I ripped apart best headphones trying to attach them, and I had success. But then Globular Cluster came along and did it better, and I'm happy with it. Uh,
Delicious! You.
VR Panda, they made this, and I'm happy with it. And there was little room for improvement. And then Globular Cluster, they sent me a comfort mod. Now, I have spent hundreds of dollars on comfort mods through Etsy, Amazon, eBay, and in most instances, it either didn't improve at all or it made things worse. To one point, it even broke my headset and snapped off right there, one of the connectors. Meta was kind enough to replace it for me. But that being said, it can be kind of a nightmare trying to find something. So I'm hoping that this will impress you guys. Uh, Now, this is not sponsored by Globular Cluster, but they're the ones sending me stuff. And I am buying all these other accessories on my own dime. And this is new. This is good. This is good. Look at this. This is the stock rear head pad. Okay.
Okay.
This is the replacement. Look at that. Look, it's like double the real estate. It comes in just like the front pad that they offer as well. Comes in a box. You get two of the back pads, two of the front pads. One of them is a plush, not dissimilar from this, kind of a pleather. And then the other is sort of a foam that's meant to absorb sweat rather than reject it. And that's personally, that's my deal. That's what I prefer. If I'm sharing a headset, I I'd rather just wipe it down and hand it off. I mean, who wants a wet, sticky? Not for me. Now I've already installed these on the headset. Let me show you what it looks like. That's the back. Might be hard to see the front, but yeah, yeah. And again, as a comparison, this is the new rear pad from Globular Cluster compared to the original. Now, when I say that it's twice the real estate, I mean I'm not playing around. The way that and you guys will know this, I think, the way that it feels wearing the Quest Pro, because of the curvature of that front pad, um, it's not, at least for me, for most people online I've found, uh, there's this pressure on the center of your forehead. It doesn't make contact all the way to your temples. And so what you get is when you tighten it in the back, you get this feeling that your head is almost in a vice. It's not painful, but it's not comfortable. And so it's this tight thing that's just a bit uncomfortable. But with this new comfort mod, because that back pad is so big, and because this new deal, like here's the other replacement that they sent with the foam, which I prefer the pleather smooth, but that's making full contact with the entirety of my forehead. Um, that's appreciated. Never mind the fact that, I mean, it's much wider from here to here. It's just bigger. It's thicker. It's softer. It's better. Combine that with the back head pad, and what you get is less of like your head being a nut in a vise, and more like you're wearing a motorcycle helmet. It feels very secure and all-encompassing. Um, yeah, it feels like I'm wearing a helmet and not a headset anymore. The 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 it's touching the entirety of my head. If it's not cupping the very back of my head, which it is, all the way around, then I've got contact with the headphones and then the front pad. Like it is entirely encasing my head, and it feels much more secure. The pressure points are less noticeable. It's more evenly distributed, and I really appreciate them sending this to me for review. Um, that link will be in the description. They sent me something else too. Now I am not a globular cluster fanboy. If VR Panda or uh, VR Cover wound up sending me some stuff, I would review it and it would be honest, just like this is honest. And to that point, these guys sent me something else. They sent me a pair of these, okay?
Okay.
Now already I can tell you, there's gonna be some problems because this is a common design found on Amazon. Uh, before we get into that, I think it's well known that the controller grips I prefer are VR Cover made for the Quest 2. I like it because it slides on. It slides on. There's nothing attaching to the top, and it charges. It's perfect. It's what I prefer. But these guys, they went out of their way to build something more commonly found, especially in Chinese markets, and that is this, where the buttons actually stick out. And I'm going to show you the issue with this. Uh, for the record, it does charge with this, so that's not a problem. But the issue I've got, I'll show you. Let's put it in. It's fast, it's easy to apply, and it's on. It's on. Just like that. But let's do this. Let's do this. Can you see that? Maybe if I turn it like this. Yeah, that's much better. You see how that's raised? You see how that's raised right there? The buttons are sunk down under that material. Uh, additionally, if you're playing a game of Beat Saber and you're intense and you're just wigging out, well, you have a tendency to kind of pull and squeeze that material, and it drags down. And this is no different from the other models I've paid for that I've tried. And the issue is that eventually the camera gets covered, you lose tracking. So I can't recommend this design. It's not a good design. It's well built. I like this hand strap. I like how big it is. Wrong hand. There we go. Instead of being elastic like this, where it's it's elastic. This is all grommets, buttons, and loops, and it's got this nice texture here for grip. It's really well built. I like it. I don't like how it attaches to the top. On top of that, if you're like me and you use a gun stock quite often, you have to take this off to apply it. So that's no bueno. So in short, I recommend that facial interface comfort mod. The hand grips, I cannot. I'm sorry. I really appreciate them sending them to me. If you want my recommendation, personally, go get those VR cover hand grips for the Quest 2. I love it. Fits perfect. Now, in our last video, we hosted a giveaway for Rebuff Reality VR ears. And the winner from that video has not yet contacted me. So this is a last call. Okay?
Okay.
A last call. Get a hold of me. Otherwise, we're going to host the giveaway again. We're going to give that away. We're going to give away a gun stock. And maybe a couple other accessories too over the course of the next month. So I'm looking forward to that. Links are in the description. What else do I got? What else do I want to talk about? Oh, one more thing. Yes. Yes. Okay. With this mod, even though this is larger, it still charges. Still charges just fine. So keep that in mind. It's good to know. On top of that, the way that this connects, You look at this, you got one there and one right there as well. And it's as simple as snapping it in. However, in my experience, these holes that they've burrowed into the replacement pad, they're a bit small and it took some work getting them in. So just keep that in mind. And that's all I've got for you. You guys been watching Bringhurst VR. I appreciate you. Have a great day.